What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you some GLS and GLG content today. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. Okay, well, a big day for Genesis League sports, and specifically the Genesis League Goals game, because we have all of the tokens that are now tradable. We have GLX minting that is live. We have GLUSD that is live. So not GLX minting, GLX burning for GLUSD minting, and then we also have the bridges for both GLUSD as well as GLGT, and we'll cover that at the end. But there was a post here from Aggie from earlier today. Now I'm recording this on February 8th, the evening of February 8th, where he just wanted to shout out some praise to the goals team, talking about how they launched a bunch of stuff. But then he got a little excited about Validator nodes. Now, I'm just going to read this out here. So he says, one of the next highest priority projects is getting the Validator license sale going. It's my hope to get these out by the end of Q1. The Validator itself still has a lot of work to be done to be completely functional, but like we did with Splinterlands, we'll be releasing the Validator license ahead of full functionality. Players will earn GLX and GLGT. Why? If they have the token in game as opposed to third-party exchanges. The initial design should have more than 1 billion worth of token sinks in it. The licenses should be purchasable only with GLUSD and a discount provided if you are spending GLGT. So if you want to buy Validator licenses, you'll want to make sure that you have GLUSD and GLGT. The sale of licenses is currently planned to send 10% of the revenue to the Goals company or the Goals game, 15% to the DAO, and then 75% will be burned. So the good news is that the licenses are coming soon. The bad news is that you don't own enough GLX, GLUSD, and GLGT. So that is Aggie just pumping everybody up. Chief FOMO officer is back in the hot seat. So here's the thing. This is exciting. He also did, and I'm not going to go to it, but he also did confirm on the Splinterlands Discord, I believe in the Mav server, that the airdrop will happen. Now, we don't know if it's going to be 1-to-1, if it's going to be 2-to-1, 5-to-1, but there will be some kind of airdrop given to node license holders that, Splinterlands or SPS node license holders. So that was put out in the original white paper, but we're getting very close. And now, if this is by the end of Q1, we're talking like 6 to 7 weeks away, which is really exciting. So here's the thing. If I go through this, why are they doing GLGT? I mean, didn't they learn their lesson with vouchers? I guess at the end of the day, they're going to be giving out less overall. It's only going to be like 20,000 GLGT if they double, what they're giving out to GLX staking and to the validator nodes. So I'm not really happy about that. But it is what it is. Now, I don't know if I'm looking to buy a validator node license myself. I do hold a couple, so I'm hopeful that even if it is not a 1-to-1, I will still get a good ratio and be able to get some validators given to me through that. But we shall see how it works. Now, I'm going to go over to Hive Engine in a moment, but the last thing that I wanted to focus on here was the sale of licenses is currently planned to send 10% of the revenue to the Goals company. That's something that I'm curious about, and I'm hoping on the next town hall they can talk about that and why the Goals company would be receiving any kind of revenue from the sale of this. 15% going to the DAO, that's cool, and then 75% being burned, that's cool too. So again, it's not necessarily that I don't want the team to be earning revenue. It's just I want to understand the reasoning why that is. So hopefully we will get some kind of clarification, and if I'm able to attend the next one live, then I will make sure to put that in, or if somebody else wants to throw that question in, if they're able to attend live, that would be awesome. A couple other things too. If you for any reason saw 500,000 GLUSD, the team just wanted to clarify that they did mint 500,000 to test, but all 500,000 have been burned, and I believe they have the transactions that they're showing here on the official announcements. So let's go over to Hive Engine now, and you can see here that GLGT is trading. It's up 67%. I'm glad I didn't sell any of mine just yet, but it is now trading at 12 cents. So surprise, surprise, it is going for more than vouchers. But that's probably on the news of the validator node licenses. So that should be interesting. I don't really know how many GLGT tokens there are. I'm sure I can go back through and figure out the date that they started staking and how many we technically have now and how many we may be burning for the upcoming, or how many we've been burning so far potentially for phase 2 presale, which again just started today. So I highly doubt that it is a lot. But either way, this is definitely an interesting time for the Genesis League Sports platform. So GLUSD, there hasn't been much minted, and let's see here. Actually, we can go and take a look at that. You can see though that the spread here, there's just not enough liquidity overall, and there's no liquidity pools either. This is just on the Hive engine kind of not swaps, but the market here, or the bid ask market. So if you want to sell, people are asking for $1.06 or $1.07 worth of value, and if you want to buy, it's very low. So that slippage is crazy. Somebody wants to buy essentially 1 GLUSD for 60 cents. So, I would not recommend going that route right now because it is not being sold. But this is also the benefit for those who are coming in from the Splinterland side. The baggage of having all that DEC. Well, we get to experience a new ecosystem new ecosystem and new economy that does not have any of that baggage. And I think it's going to be really exciting to see what that does for the overall prices, what that does for the overall supply and demand. But we'll follow that as we go along. And then last thing here, you can now see if you go to the screen, before we just had GLGT and the GLX, so you'd be able to see how much you had, and now you are able to trade your GLGT. Oh, here you go. So if you go to the page, it'll show you the total GLGT supply, which looks like 1.4 million already. My goodness, we have a lot. And then it shows the price here. And then this icon is the GLUSD. So it looks like only $1,200 has been minted so far. I would love, and I don't know if somebody's going to be tracking this necessarily, maybe Splinter Cards, because they do have some GLX stuff, but I would love to see a platform that will be tracking this, all this stuff as like a third party, to see how much GLX has been minted, how much GLX has been distributed, how much GLX has been burned, and then the same thing for GLUSD and GLGT. But overall, exciting times ahead for the Genesis League Sports platform. I know there's probably going to be some salt in here that, they're just selling a bunch of stuff without an actual game that's live. And here's the thing. I hear you. You are absolutely 100% correct. But I do have some faith, or not some, I do have a lot of faith that the game, once it is polished and ready to go, will actually feel fun to play and be something that I will enjoy doing when I'm not playing Splinterlands, for example. And so I am excited for that, but keep in mind they're trying to get this sale done before Q1, or the validator node license is out before Q1. And they were saying that they were going to have a beta for the game available sometime early Q2. April is when they said, and then they would try to have a mid to late Q2 launch. So that is kind of the time frame of what we're looking at. I do believe there's going to be a Genesis League Town Hall at some point in the near future. I don't know the date, although let me see if Chatter posted something. For some reason, I have February 20th in my head, but yeah, we're once we find out for sure, don't worry, even if you can't make it. Oh, here you go. Sometime around the end of the following sprint. So the week of February 20th. So we have maybe like 2 weeks until that time. Now, the last thing that I'll say is that, it's just exciting times. Oh, sorry. The last thing that I was going to say was that I will be doing a 5 biggest takeaways from the town hall. So if you're not able to attend, or even if I'm not able to attend, I will make sure that we watch that or rewatch it and go through and pick out all the fun stuff from there. But hopefully by that time, we will have much more information available. The things that have not been talked about yet that, and I'll close out with this, the things that haven't been talked about yet that are kind of like on my brain as like upcoming, but just haven't been discussed, are liquidity pools and liquidity pool rewards, because that was supposed to go live last year according to the initial roadmap, but obviously everything got pushed back. So I have no idea when it's going to come in. I would anticipate that just now that the tokens are trading, that there would be some kind of liquidity provided, especially on multiple chains, right? So it's not just liquidity or LP rewards, but also the extensions out to the Ethereum and the Binance chains and essentially having that GLX BNB pair and the GLX ETH pair. But again, when that's going to happen, I have no idea. I would guess it's going to happen within the next 6 weeks, but that is pure speculation, mainly because I would assume that they want to get that out as like the next step, and then obviously licenses and then the game. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts below. Are you trading GLGT? Are you buying? Are you selling? How are you approaching this? I would very much love to know. And if you're planning on buying a Validator node license, I would love to know that too. I will catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.